Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm Andrew Weens with the Trinity Family, and we are in the 7th week and the final week of our series talking about power struggles and how they differ from conflict and consequences. And I hope that you're clear by this point that as an adult, you have a responsibility to be an authority for kids. And you do that by providing consequences and doing so calmly. And that necessitates conflict. And that in those moments of conflict, we are going to create powerful kids who can control themselves, who know that they can go out into the world and trust themselves to make good decisions. And I've been talking and exhorting you to have conflict and to pursue conflict. And today I want to give you a seldom used back door for when conflict can't happen right now. And that might happen for many reasons. It could happen because you aren't in a place to have it emotionally. You are just really frustrated and you know that you don't have the self-control right now. It'd be a great time to say, oh, I can't handle this right now. I'm going to have to handle this later. Great time. Another reason would be we really don't have the time. And I have to get to this place and we'll have to take care of this later. Another reason might be I really actually do need to just focus on these kids and these other kids, and I can't be distracted by you right now. Or another reason might be I actually don't know what I'm going to do about this situation. And Love and Logic, which is a great parenting, teaching, training organization, provides some great language around this. They say to just say, no problem, I'll take care of it. And when we can do that calmly and just revert back to something else, it will create a situation where a kid now lives in suspense for what you're going to do. But they will only live in that suspense if you actually create a habit of doing something about it. And this is where I want to create a huge warning here, because oftentimes adults who are really busy and have a lot going on want to delay the consequence because they don't have the time then, but then they don't actually ever have the time to get back to it. And what happens, kids learn, and this happened to me when I was a kid, I just learned that as long as I could get my parents to delay the consequence, they would either forget about it or it would be way mild, or they'd remember a week later and be like, well, fine, we forgot, you'll have to just forget about it. Do not forget about it. Make sure you follow through. You owe it to your kids. Hopefully you've understood that at this point. But there is a wise time. So we delay the consequence. We say, no problem, I'll take care of it. And we come back a couple of days later, or the next day, or just an hour later when we're calm again, and we say, oh, that was so sad that happened. Here's what's going to happen now. As the authority, we have a consequence. And it's going to be followed through tenderly. And so as long as we come back around, and I just want to encourage you, if you are using this backdoor option of delaying the consequence, let somebody else know about it. If you're a parent, do this with your spouse, if you have one. Say, hey, today I had to delay the consequence for little Johnny. We need to make sure we deal with that. Or if you're a teacher and you have a classroom all by yourself, go to your neighbor classroom teacher and say, hey, today this happened with a student. I told him I'd deal with it later, and I haven't yet. Can you make sure that by the end of this day, check back with me and make sure I've done something? Because I don't want to leave this kid hanging. So create those kinds of systems for yourself, but then feel free to delay the consequence. Don't make it the always. Remember, take the time for conflict, but when you can't, go ahead and delay it, and still you will be that adult who's powerful and sending messages to kids that they can be powerful as well, and that you expect that from them, and you are giving them the skills through consequences and the learning that comes with it, how they can be powerful. So, thank you for having conflict. Thank you for having consequences and providing them. And thank you for being tender and avoiding those power struggles that break connection. Those are the kind of adults. You're the kind of adult that kids need so much. So have a great day. Thanks for your work. Bye.